Happy Father's Day and welcome to Pause for Peace with me, Pastor Jule. We are releasing this podcast to you on June 21st, 2026. And around the world, we celebrate this day of fathers. And hopefully you have given thanks for your dad already. And if you haven't, please do so. And this year, it's so curious to me that the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere falls on Father's Day. I've had the opportunity recently to be in the high deserts of Arizona and also Utah. This beautiful area near and in the Colorado Plateau. Amazing, amazing area in the United States. Amazing area on this planet, where I was able to see like canyons and rock formations, arches that have been in the making for millions of years. Somewhere between 10 and 15 million years it has been like taking to form these beautiful canyons in Canyonlands National Park in Utah. It's just so amazing. And for me, having just been in this intense high altitude experience of being so close to the sun, not even during the season of summer, but as we're inching ever closer to the summer solstice, I have been pondering this ancient connection between the actual sun of the solar system and this understanding of fathering energy, this understanding of like the divine being represented in the sun, which is something that has been worshipped in our indigenous cultures of the world for eons. There's a way that the divine gets kind of metaphorically wrapped up with the sun, this intense light, this burning energy that like makes everything possible. There's a lot going on in my head as we think about the sun at the center of the solar system and the connection with like the fathering energy of God or the Father God. Kind of wondering what that's all about and how human history has played out because of it. And on this day, it's important for us, I think, to remember the best energy of fathering that is essential for all of our lives, just as the sun is essential at the right place and the right angle for there to be life for us here on this beautiful, what's often called the Pachamama, like the beautiful Mama Earth. Father, Son, Mama Earth. These are indigenous ancient understandings of this like universe in which we live. And how fascinating to be able to think about the essential energy of the sun that literally keeps us alive as human beings, and the essential fathering energy, not only of the divine, but of all of us. Without this positive father experience in our own energy, we will perish. Just like if we do not take protection from the sun and the intense summer heat of the sun, like in a place like the high desert, we will die. As we are on this day of Father's Day and the summer solstice, and as folks in the Christian household who are journeying through this season after Pentecost, these Sundays after Pentecost, when we celebrate the fiery spirit of God, it's a good day for us to reflect upon what are the actual positive attributes of Father energy. When I think about the Father energy we know of God coming forth from tradition, first of all, tradition is part of that positive Father energy. Tradition, mores, values, those things that get passed on to us, these are all a part of like the energy of the Father in all of us. The Father is at its like quintessential, like best way. The Father is about protection, guidance, that ability to discern, to differentiate, which brings great wisdom. When we are able to have this balance in us of the mother energy and the father energy, we are able to set our limits appropriately. We are able to set boundaries appropriately. We are able to differentiate between things, between what is me and what is not me, between what is this color and what is that color. The differentiating principle is so important. We cannot live without it as human beings. And for so many of us, this like energy of the Father has become very damaged in our culture and in ourselves. There are many of us who struggle with boundaries. There are many of us who struggle with setting limits. There are many of us who cannot differentiate between X and Y, between good and evil, between the right thing to do and the thing that will actually bring destruction, that which is good and that which is leading to death. Without this positive energy of the Father, which we have to seek to develop in ourselves regardless of what our experiences have been with our dads, and with the collective Father energy, we must find a way to positively develop these attributes in ourselves. This fathering energy is as essential to us as is the bright, shining sun. Maybe we can even think about it this way on Father's Day, on summer solstice. Like if we do not protect ourselves from the intense heat of the sun, we will burn up, we will perish. We will not be. If we do not learn to distinguish, to differentiate, to use the principle, the rational principle of judging in a positive way so that we can make positive choices for ourselves and for the whole, we will perish, we will burn up, we will die. It's so important that we not only celebrate, but that we seek to develop this positive fathering energy in ourselves. And if we do not always see it in tradition, if we wonder, some of us might wonder if there's anything in the Christian household that is positive about fathering energy, we can actually look to those metaphors from the tradition, from Scripture, that remind us of this beautiful way that God like literally chooses us, which is what the fathering energy is about. That like differentiating, that decision, that like making that choice to set that boundary and say, yes, you are mine. Like choosing is such an important aspect of the fathering energy of the divine. There is this way that God like is often spoken of in the ancient texts about being like the protector of the people, being the one who is the foundation, the fortress. The walls of the fortress literally protect the ancient city, right? There's this way that God is giving commands, which maybe is a harsh word for many of us, but like the commands are merely limits, they're boundaries, they're like appropriate guidance for what will bring life and what will actually destroy life, what will bring love forth into the world and what will bring hatred, evil, bitterness. This is such an important aspect of God, and it's so important that we get this right. We have so many ways that we have and rightly need to be deciphering this patriarchal way of being in the world and this patriarchal culture that has like put such negative fathering energy into the cosmos and into our own relationships, it's so important that we take a step back, and instead of throwing it all out and saying like, oh, there's no need for the father energy, wrong. The father energy is as important for life, for the health of every one of us, as is the mother energy. The balance of the two is what we seek as a people. And the balance of the two is what we can celebrate in the tradition, in this Christian household that maybe too often has focused on the fathering energy and also is continuing to develop in this beautiful energy of the mother, this beautiful energy of that which is uniting of us. Like, it's a both and, folks. And on this day, yes, we celebrate our dads. Yes, we celebrate those folks who are taking seriously the role of fathering in this world, so that children can grow up in a way that they know who they are and they are prepared to go forth into the world, that they have that right protection and guidance and being cherished by this man who has chosen them, this one who is fathering them, that they will be able in that way to go forth into the world. Now, there are so many ways to be critical of everything that I've already said about fathering energy, and to wonder what happens when we are in relationships that maybe don't have a dad showing up, or have a dad showing up in a way that is toxic. We can remember and focus on all of that on this Father's Day. And we also can bring in that principle of deep compassion and love and understanding of how we're all connected, and bring forth some grace and bring forth some joy about the way we see positive fathering energy in the divine and positive fathering energy in our world today. It's a complex time to be a spiritual being and to actually be a being in relationships in this world where so much can be under attack. So if we can turn inward for a few moments, I'm going to guide us in a time not only to be giving thanks for the most positive experiences of that wisdom, of that discernment, of that differentiation, of that ability to set our limits and live within these healthy boundaries together. All of this can be celebrated. And also we can seek to continue to develop this in us and to bring it forth into the whole culture. So let us get ourselves well grounded. I love that we can have this back-to-back months of Mother's Day and Father's Day that actually help us to be in balance in the celebration of both. So getting ourselves grounded here in this earth, the earth often being the matter that is connected to the mother, and also open to the transcendent beyond, open to that energy that is beyond. Maybe even thinking about the energy of the sun that is beyond, that we have to have. We are here grounded in the earth, and we are open to this Father energy beyond us. And the beautiful thing as human beings, we consciously have this opportunity to be in balance, to realize that we live in this plane, to be aware of being in the balance of being connected of the earth, and also being those able to commune with the transcendent beyond. So getting ourselves centered here in this place. Let's take a deep breath from our belly before we slowly release. And in the quiet, I invite you to bring into your heart space, like into your inner awareness, your own father. Now, if you do not have or know your biological father, perhaps you can call upon or bring to your awareness a fathering figure for you, somebody who has been that one to like celebrate you and to choose you and to cherish you and to help you delineate between yourself and another. Somebody who has actually helped you, guided you, and protected you, not only in like your inner world, but as you move out into the outer world. So bring that person to mind. That might actually be like your grandmother. It might actually be like your uncle. It might actually be like a teacher that you have, or it might actually be your biological father. So bring that most positive father energy that you have experienced into your awareness now, so that in this heart space of ours, we might begin to offer our gratitude. If there's nothing else we want to thank our Father for, like the man who biologically was a part of making us, we can actually be grateful that we are at least human beings who are here in part because of the role of the biological father, who literally, maybe consciously or not, gave what was needed in order for us to become. So in a very tender space in our heart, realizing so many of us have such wounds around our fathers, our biological fathers, and the fathering energy that can be so incredibly dominating and toxic in our world, which is fathering energy that is out of balance, to be clear. But in a very tender space on this Father's Day, let's take another deep breath and truly from the heart give thanks as we release for the fathering energy that we have experienced, the positive fathering energy that is in our lives, is around us. We may need to bring to mind some of the fathering energy from the elders, like from the elders that have gone before us. I think of Desmond Tutu. I think of Nelson Mandela, these men of great wisdom. James Finley, I had the opportunity to be with recently. These men of great wisdom and guidance who literally help us to understand who we are and who and how we can be in this world. We can give thanks for our own dads in the space of our heart, for the most positive experiences we've had with our fathers. We can also seek to release a little bit more any of the pain or wounds that we carry from the actions of our biological fathers or from the actions of the toxic fatherhood that has come down through the history of our being of a people and can still be so damaging to so many of us today. See if we can get a little bit of space from that pain as we are in this place of quiet today. A little bit of perspective, which in part means we have to develop the fathering energies that will help us to set that boundary and to set that limit around what we will take in and what we will not take in, what we will tolerate and what we will not tolerate. This is the energy of the Father, to set that boundary. What is my yes? What is my no? Jesus said, be clear. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. He made it a very clear command to us so we can be in this place of releasing a little bit more the pain that we might have from our relationships with the fathers. And we also, several of us, many of us, who've had wonderful relationships with our dads still carry pain because our own fathers may have passed from this realm into the next, and we may miss them terribly. We may miss their guidance. We may miss their protection. We may miss their wisdom. We may miss the way that they have chosen us and delighted in us. And so we also tenderly hold that in the space of our hearts today. And I invite us now to bring to mind a father that we know, like somebody who is in the thick of it right now, trying to father a young child, trying to be the example and help to guide a teenage boy or a teenage girl, a father who is trying this day to actually be the one who is able to delight in these children, to choose them as his own, and also to help them know how to be ready to be out in the world, know how to initiate that action to move forth from this beautiful nurturing mother and mother energy into the world in a healthy way. Bring to mind a father that you might, in the space of your heart, in this energy of your prayer, that you might just bathe them in beautiful golden light, so that that particular father will be surrounded by such energy of assistance to literally be who he needs to be in this world today, so that his own children are able to grow into healthy individuals, are able to differentiate who they really are to be and how they are to be in this world. Bringing that individual father to mind, bringing him into your heart space, offering him all of the prayers that you can, so that he will have this day all he needs to be in this role of fathering a child. Not just at the initial act, but all throughout a child's being. Maybe bringing more than one father that you know of today to your heart space and offering this way that you bathe them in light, in almost like celestial glory, so that they actually have the energy to be who they need to be, so that they actually might feel the assistance coming from our prayers as they seek to father their child, as they seek to expand that fathering energy to other children in their own family and beyond. Inwardly, we might be offering so much gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the men that we know and the men that we don't know around this world who are seeking to be positive, healthy fathers. Let's take another deep, cleansing breath and release. And now, as we turn inward into the space of our hearts, let us attune to the fathering energy that is needed in us. So in a space of stillness, dropping deeper into the heart energy, letting it open so that we can actually be in communion with the energy of the Spirit within, connecting in with that Holy Spirit, honoring this indwelling presence of God, so that we might ask through this heart space connection, show me the fathering energy needed in me. Show me in this moment of stillness the fathering energy needed in me. We're not trying to reason and ration this. We're listening through the space of our heart. That the indwelling presence of the divine will reveal to us the fathering energy that we need in ourselves. That might be, or we might be seeing or hearing that energy of guiding our own steps. That energy of setting limits in the many and varied ways we need to learn to do that. That might be in a very positive way, this energy developing inwardly that allows me to choose between one thing and another, that enables me to distinguish between that and that. Between these and those. That truly allows me to differentiate my boundary. To be able to decipher my yes and my no. Let's take another deep breath and release. As the inner spirit reveals to us this fathering energy that is needed in ourselves. In the stillness, notice not only what you might be seeing, what you might be hearing, but notice what is happening in your system, where you might actually be feeling a burning sensation or an opening sensation or a tingling sensation, where in your system you might be experiencing this father energy actually like awakening or expanding in you. Notice, 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 become aware. Let's take another deep breath. And this time, as we release, we do so with great gratitude, showering our appreciation inwardly upon this indwelling presence that has revealed to us what we need. Whether or not we understand what that is right now, but what we need. And when we're ready, we can bring our awareness back to the present moment, back to one another, back to now being grounded right here where we are. And whatever has been revealed, or whatever has come up for you while this podcast has been going on, like things that I've been saying may really have like elicited a response in you or a reaction in you. And notice that, like find a way to track that so that you can come back to it when you're in a space of being in a place of calm and of peace, that you may be able to come back to like what was taking place for me in this celebration of the fathering energy of the divine, of the father energy of God, of fatherhood itself, like what was taking place for me. It may be an intense sense of joy or immense gratitude that you have experienced an incredible father, an incredible energy of the fathering aspects of the divine and of fatherhood itself. Whatever it's been, find a way to capture that so that you can come back to it when you're in a private moment or when you're in a therapy session. If you need to take it to a therapist, go ahead and take it to a therapist so that you can come back to it and that you can continue to develop this father energy that is so essential for every one of us, for all life in each one of us. I hope you have an incredible rest of the week, and I hope to see you next time on Pause for Peace. Blessings.